Hey everybody, it's V. How you doing? You know, from time to time I like to do these videos where it's just kind of a very straightforward day in the life. Every day, just kind of taking it out, taking a prospector out, doing a little mining, and coming back. So that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be a very straightforward thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I have the Prospector, and it has got the most new player friendly setup that you could really have, as far as the Hofstede size 1 mining laser and a focus 3. This is a very low power, even if it's like a 7500 mass rocket, 20% quant, you may not have the power to break that thing. So there's some sacrifice that you make when you take a laser like this. Generally I recommend that you pair the Hofstede with the Rieger C3. It gets you a little bit more power. Obviously not quite as wide as an optimal window, but I really did want, if you are looking for the most just kind of newbie friendly, new player friendly kit to run with, this is going to be it. It's going to be the Hofstede size 1 with the Focus 3. Now I do have a couple of other things. I've upgraded all of my components to military stuff. I have the Avalanche, that's military. The JS400 is military. I should take that back. The Atlas drive is a civilian, but it's a very good drive. It's kind of the best of the kind of it's got good range. It spools fast. It's a great drive, really. The alternative drive, if you were doing short range jumps, would be the VK00. And I have the FR66. I do have the Prospector Aphorite livery on it as well. But no, we're just gonna, without further ado, let's go ahead and get rocking. We're just gonna head straight over to Cellin. I'll head to my small hangar. I figured we'd kind of get the jump on that. Cool. Yeah, we're going to head over to Cellin, and we're going to see what we can find. We're going to mine it, and we are going to head back. Now, 324 hasn't been out long. There's been a lot of, people reporting different issues. I've had my own fair share of issues as well. But we're kind of doing our best to dodge those. Obviously doing some, a lot of the issues were specific to cargo. And we've been doing more what we do, which is, mining and stuff. And it's not that I don't want to do the cargo stuff. It's just, I think I'm going to wait for them to make sure it's a little more stable. I don't want to be losing cargo or doing runs or something that are, going to necessarily cost me more time than are going to, offer any kind of a value to it. So, well, anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and get the ship fired up here. And we will start heading out. So once the hangars are open here, I usually like to proceed to the lower part of the station as far as outside of it. That will kind of clear the way for you to set the quantum beacons towards Crusader. So, all right, doors are opening. Cool. Up we go. Gear comes up. And out we go. We are in nav flight right now, which is just fine. And we will, like I said, pivot around. I like to just take a dip right down towards the bottom of the station here before I'll even pull up the star map. And so now that we're kind of getting down that way, pull that out just like that. Crusader star map. We'll go ahead and set a route. And I will switch to nav quantum. And we will reorientate towards Crusader, and off we go. Yeah, you can see the Atlas drive. It spools fairly quickly. Good drive. I've had, fairly decent luck mining. I did try one of these videos earlier, and I really... It dragged on to like an hour long, and I really didn't find anything. So I was like, nah, I need to reshoot this. The one thing I will say is I don't normally do that, but that one was, for whatever reason, was excruciating. I didn't want people watching a video. Like, I haven't even cracked a rock in an hour. So, that may be the first time I've ever had to do that. But since then, I've gone out a couple times and, you know, I found things quicker. And so we're going to get here. One of the things is if you get within 80 of Crusader, we're going to kind of drop out of Quantum and reorientate towards Cellin. So as you can see here, we're about to cross the 500 threshold as we're approaching Crusader. And, yeah, zooming on in there. We're going to get, like I said, as soon as we get a little bit south of 80, so just 100, 90, 80, bang. You can drop out, and I like to do that because that then allows you to reorientate. If you get too close to Crusader, it's a big, you know, it's very big, and sometimes you can find yourself in a situation where, oh, I did not hit, my fault there. I did not hit, route. We'll go ahead and make sure we do that. You can see I was already kind of pre-nosed in that direction there, so. Yeah, but anyways, if you do Quantum too close to Crusader, sometimes you have to, like, fly, you know, like, away or find a OM marker in order to move. So I don't like to get too close to Cellin if I'm, or pardon me, to Crusader if I'm headed towards any of the other moons around it. So anyways, when we get to Cellin here, I do like to mine in the light side, so I'll be looking for something that's kind of low as far as 672 is the other side of the moon. So, you know, 245 would be, you know, that's perfect. So that, I know that's on this side of the moon, so we'll head towards that, and we're not gonna fly towards this S2A FOB4 or whatever that is. We're actually just gonna pivot away from it, but you know, I'm using that as a spot to come down on this side or the sun side of the moon. And as soon as we come out of this, then I'm gonna go ahead and set it to nav scan. Yep. Perfect. And I myself, I'm kind of a hybrid flyer. I usually fly with sticks for most of the time, but when I do mine and get into the mining part of it, I will switch to mouse and keyboard. So that's just kind of how I do it. Now I'm going to set my pierce to around 50 here. You can see this is kind of your scan angle. I'm going to send out my first pings, and right off the bat, I got a couple of different signatures. Ooh, 19,500. I think that's kind of the total probably between the two fields. But that's a lot of rocks right off the bat. Oh, like a lot. So very, very, very good find, kind of fairly early. We're coming in. I will go ahead right off the bat and change to mining mode. And we're going to come right on in here and take a look and see what we got. This is a heck of a field right off the bat, and that's what you like to see. This looks like it's going to be about the size of a picker. And that's what it's looking like. We'll see here. It's an igneous deposit. Yeah, it's a picker 682 mass. And that's got some, that's almost 47% Terranite. So it is 47% Terranite. So that's a good sign. I think I've seen the secondary as titanium in it as well, which is, oh, no, this is an aluminum field. Okay, so aluminum, titanium, though, both have good cluster values, and they're an excellent secondary rock. It's one of the reasons why we like to do Cellin. Now, this is an extraordinarily, there's a big rock, 44,000 mass. We're hoping to find rocks around 6,500 mass, although that one's just aluminum. So that's not going to work for us. And this is us for a little while. We're looking around for things to mine. 13,000 mass would definitely be out of the range of this particular laser, but that was laranite anyway, so no, nothing there that we'd want. Here's another 40,000 mass rock, 27% gold. There's a couple down in this caldera here as well. That looks like a picker to me. Yep, 553 mass, so that definitely would be a picker. And it's a laranite rock, and this is also going to be a picker for sure. Now, we do have that other field right over there, and we also have, the whole rest of the moon to look at as well. So, okay, there's a 30% Bexalite picker. This looks like it could be a good mass here, based on this shape size. Yeah, 5,000 mass rock is okay for us. 36% Bexalite. We'll probably take a run at that. You know, they'll have to break clean, and sometimes they don't. This is a little bit too much here at 22,000. So we will break this rock, and we will pick up anything that's north of, say, 65, 70%. And let's just kind of... One thing about Bexalite is it's definitely a... it's definitely a resistant, you know, pretty resistant rock. Cool. Well, we're making good time. I was climbing at 24. I dropped it a little to 17, and that was just maybe a touch too low. You can see it's climbing up in there now. Yeah, it looks like 23 is going to hold it just fine for us. Barely edging up and scooching just fine. Great break. We'll take a look at the secondaries here and see what we have. Like I said, I'm not going to take, you know, things that are like 30% or whatever. I definitely want to get higher percentages. 42% is not going to do it for us. You hope that there's the aluminum clusters enough where you'll get a couple of them in here. That will be halfway decent. That's only 15%. That does not bode well, but we'll keep looking at them. Here's a 940 mass rock. 30% Bex. Just hoping one of them here broke something clean, but it doesn't look like it. A lot of this is not even quite 50-50 balls. So, and that's one of the reasons why you want to aim for over 40%. You just tend to find that's the best rock in there is like I think so far I've seen this is a 40%. But yeah, you want to, you know, when you're going to break a rock, you see a lot of this. If it's not north of 40%, there's gonna be a lot of these break. I'm not gonna scoop something that's mostly garbage, you know, if I can avoid it. So I think we're gonna go back to nav scan here. Let me do that. It's just right over here somewhere. Yeah. There's the other one. I knew there was a couple more rocks over this way. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Yeah, nothing would have been worth, you know, I would have hauled on, you know, basically 10 SCU with garbage for 6 SCU of Bex. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, that first rock didn't have anything in it. Hephaestonite. This is a quartzite deposit, so it's going to be pretty light. Hephaestonite as well. It's probably going to be a picker if I were to guess. Hephaestonite as well. Yeah, 3,700 mass quartzite here. And that's just an aluminum. And what do we have here? Oh, 8,000 mass rock's a good one. Just a Hephaestonite rock though, so nothing worth grabbing for sure. And I think I'm gonna kind of head towards pick a heading like around 0 or so. We'll go back into nav scan and just ping out and move forward. And that's all you can do. You know, I mean, we got lucky right off the bat and found some, quite a few rocks to look at. There was only one rock that had, 36% Bex in it, and when we broke it, it just didn't break clean. So, and there's a lot. I mean, I know that there's lots of folks that would just mine the Hephaestonite. And Drax does that from time to time. Hey, shout out to Drax. How you doing, sir? So this is looking somewhat promising. That's definitely some rocks over that way. This might have been, yeah. That first one is a rock gem, but these ones over here are. Oh yeah, let me put the brakes on. All right, cool. Well, let's check out what we have here. This looks like a picker to me. 288's a titanium guy. So titanium's an excellent secondary, and it's very good, got good clumping value. It's Now, that's a picker that's got some quant in it. You know, I wouldn't want to get into that one just because, you know, if you were kind of topping off at the end, it'd be okay. Yeah, just titanium in that one. Too bad. That looked like it was, you know, could have been a good mass rock. Here's another, you know, good mass rock at 9,700. 37% gold, so we're going to take a crack at that. Now, here's where my low-power laser may not necessarily work out for us. You know, but let's go ahead and see how we do. I may not have the energy to break this rock. And this is kind of the sacrifice that you make when you go with a little bit lower power. You know, it really does open up the optimal window, but you don't necessarily always have the juice that you need to... Yeah, you can see here I'm not even making a dent. And that's just because if gold and Bexalite are both definitely, you know, just a lot more, they're just tougher, more dense, tougher. Yeah, I'm not even going to waste my time. That's as good as we're going to do there. So we're going to move on. All right, we're going to go, yeah, we'll go ahead and go back to nav scan. Ah, beautiful fields up this way. Hold on, there's a 10,000. 10,380. All right, these rocks are right here, and there's some other ones that are right over that way. Oh, yeah. All right, so we got to almost cut right back, though, but no big deal. Let me go ahead and... Yeah, we're certainly finding lots of rocks. Not having any problem with that. Let's see if we can find something to actually put the lasers on. All right, good mass laranite rock though. We're looking for terranite, gold, Bexalite, or quantanium. That's really what I'm looking for out here. 40% Bexalite rock. All right, well we will be breaking this one. And it's going to be very low. I'm going to probably start out at 15%. Oh, I don't know why I did that. I did a ping. Yeah, 15's already climbing, and we're not even... I'll drop it to, say, you know, maybe 8, 10 or something when we get in there. There certainly isn't much SCU here at all. But it is a 40%, you know. Yeah, looks like 9-10% is going to hold just fine. It's falling back, but it should. We should clean it up. I like when we get these nice breaks like that. Now, our real hope is we got, you know, something clean within Bex. All right, that's a 62%er. That's better. That's mostly aluminum. That bodes well. So we're probably going to find at least one of these rocks that's pretty good Bex. That's a 50-50 ball. Well, let's see if we can get one of them in here that's got the, you know, 62. $19. All right, so we have two 60s, right? No, we have a 50. Ah, we do. All right. Well, we'll take these 60s. I mean, that's about as low as I like to go as far as. I don't like to go too much lower than that, 60-some%, because it really gets kind of, you know, quite yucky after that. I mean, already there, I almost brought on 2 SCU of trash for not quite 4 SCU of... Yeah. Let's look around at the rest of these before we get too froggy here. Good mass on this one. 28% gold. Another decent mass rock. That's a laranite rock. Very big stone. 44% gold. A nice piece of shale there. 14,000 mass on shale, and it's a 27% gold. What was this one? 20-something% gold, right? It was 64. We'll at least take a run at this. We can break this rock. I'm not expecting there to be, you know, it's got a lot of garbola in this, so this probably won't break clean, but let's just see if we get lucky. All right, about 30%. Still kind of pushing up in there, but at a great, you know, good. I did drop it back 1% because it seemed like it was about to rush there, but looks like 30% is going to be a real good number. It's going to climb up in there a little bit. I rolled her back. Yeah, a little game of articulation here, but no, not a bad break. All right, we're gonna try and find something with a little bit of high percentage in it, but this is probably broke pretty. It'll be interesting. Yeah, 38%. I think we're gonna see a lot of that, just because there was a lot of inert, and there was more inert in this than there was even than there was actually aluminum. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of this one. You know, I just thought we'd break it. Was, you know, hoping maybe one broke clean. 3 more to scan here. And there's lots of rocks still. We're doing just fine. My goal when you have 32 SCU on board, that's a 50-50 ball. When you have the 32 SCU bags is to break 20 SCU of good stuff. And 25%. I wasn't. This is our last scan on this. You know, and it just had. It was just too much garbola in that one. No big deal. I'm glad we actually did it. That was a real big one, right? And that one was a 27%er. But I didn't think we could break this one. I really don't. I don't think we can touch this thing. I'll pin it. I don't think we're going to do anything with it. Nah. All right, so there were more rocks right over this way. Oh, yeah, they're right over here. Awesome. Yeah, so I like to do a little better than that 3 to 2, you know, but we'll see how it goes. These are also shale. That's a 22,000 mass rock of laranite. These are going to be big ones, I think. Another 19. This would have been a good mole field here, if it has anything in it that's, you know, a halfway decent tier or something. Cool. Good mass for us. 7951 is a really good mass for us, but it's just an aluminum rock. So here, this looks like it's probably a picker, if I were to guess. Maybe not. I don't know, 4,000 mass rock. That's good. Unfortunately, laranite, so we're not looking for that. And what have we here? Wow, that's a lot more mass than I expected out of that rock. So, it looked like I had seen some more. Let's see, that's 8. That's 96. That's 14. So, obviously, well, but this is right here. So, we definitely have options, right? So, let's go and take a look at these. Cruising around here. See what we got. You know, one thing I will say with 324 is, you know, the rocks are scanning. That's for sure. That's titanium. Oh, did I already do this field? Oh, no, I guess not. 1,045 mass. That could be a picker there. It's got barrel. Usually, what's this guy going to be here? Titanium. Okay. Little picker here at 455 mass, and that is got a little barrel in it. Last but not least, I will look at this guy. 538 mass picker. 30% back. So, all right, we'll move on here. No, we want to go nav scan mode. I was going to say, I knew that there was some other ones real close. There was one there I probably could have looked at. That's okay. We'll head over to this. I think this other one is like, that's the 14,000 field over there. So, 1, 2, 3. We got that big field waiting for us over there if these don't produce anything. Alright. Yeah, I love the calderas and the cool look of Cellin's surface. 12,800 mass rock. Good mass. Granite deposit here. 2,600 mass rock. Just aluminum though. What about this picker over here? 2246 and 36% gold. I guess I will break that guy. Unless it's a picker. This looks like a big one. 12,700 mass rock. It's borace. What about this fella? 1,300 mass rock. Borace. Okay, so let me think about this. Is that thing a picker or not? I think that's actually a picker. And if it's a... yeah, I don't know. It is. I don't want to... I just thought I'd hit that thing for just a sec. I don't want to scoop that one if it's that... If I couldn't break it into a better concentration. Well, alright, more over this way. I mean, we definitely have been having no problems locating fields and clusters, but we haven't found anything yet that's, you know, satisfying our... you know, our requirements in order to mine, so... Oh no, we want to go back here. I want to pull... yeah, here we go. Some fracturing kind of... I forget what you call that. Graphic kind of glitchies going. I don't know if that will show up in the video or not. It's not called arc. I forget what it's called. R or something. Alright, nothing yet. This is a felsic deposit. 1615 mass here. Barrel. It's a titanium field, so that's a good sign. This is a picker. $1,200 mass rock. Had a little gold in it, but not enough. Nice rock, 7,600 mass, 32% Terranite. What was the, very low inert. We will crack that one, just because the secondary is mostly... Alright, what do we got there? Barrel. There's a couple of others, just pickers. We'll get the numbers on them real quick. 1,000 mass rock there. Barrel. This is probably like a 500 mass rock. 200 mass rock. Barrel. Alright, so back to fracturing mode on this guy here. I don't think we're going to need 100%. I'll start at 50. That may not be enough juice. Oh, plenty. I'll leave it at 50 for now. Let it climb. There's plenty of window to catch it in up there. My hope is with it being such a low amount of inert, maybe you know, a halfway decent piece of Terranite will be broken off this thing. All right, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Into the optimal we go here in another good spike or two. Still pushing up, still pushing up. Good, 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 good. Drop to the 40. So climbing, I'll drop it to 35. Yeah, she's having a harder time climbing out of that. Still climbing though. Drop her to 33. Good break. Shields took a little hit there. Not sure why, but it is what it is. That's a 34% Terranate. We really are looking, like I said, we're looking for stuff north of 1711 there. Yep, that's a 63% Terranite. We'll probably take that on board. One of these is going to have a lot of aluminum in it. Yeah, it's just a 34%er. 730 there. 50-50 ball. $15.04. Mostly not what we're looking for. This last guy here. This could have a little in it. 40. Well, the only one worth scooping is this one. And it's not, you know, it's not terrible. All right, well, you know, we've got about 7 or so SCU good stuff on board out of 11, so not terrible. And let's go ahead and nav scan. I'm going to rotate back around to 0 again. Kind of keep heading in this direction. Well, we found a couple so far, but not a, you know, nothing that's been real crispy. And we'll just kind of keep heading in this direction and sending out some pings. That's going to be a gem icon. 9,600 there. All right, there's some more somethings to look at. We'll head on over here and see what we have. Probably prematurely dropped it into mining mode there, but we'll they'll render here in just a sec. And I'm seeing major torque imbalance. I guess that got into my shields a little more than I would have hoped. Oh. It still looks like the focus is working, though. Alright, big, heavy stones here. 47,000 mass rock. This granite, which is absolutely fun. Beautiful rock here, 4,600 mass. It's borace. This is probably a big boy. Not terrible, 11,230. Borace, though. Nothing in there that we want. Great mass, 8782. Just a titanium rock, though. Too bad. And taking a look at this guy here, 20,000 mass rock. Holy smokes, that's a good size rock. And that's a 40% gold. That'd be another nice, you know, real nice mole rock. Alright, let's go ahead and change it back in the nav scan. Alright, and there's a, looks like there's a gem out in front of me. Yep, there is. Off this way, what do we have? Another gem. No big deal. Looks like got something over this way. Yep, there's some more. Right over that hill there, you're gonna find some more stones to look at. Good little altitude. right, here's four more opportunities for us. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Igneous deposit, 28% Terranite, but a bridge too far for us at a 22,000 mass. 12,500 mass rock. And that is just an aluminum rock, okay. This guy here's 33% Bexalite. Okay, well, we will at least take a crack at that. What about this fella? Yep, aluminum. I don't think we're going to be able to break this rock because it's Bexalite, but let's just try. We will give it a shot. And it's just because I have this very low power kit. But I may be wrong. It looks like, hey, I mean, I was seeing purchase at, yeah. Yeah, for some reason, we got good purchase up. Now, we'll find out. I mean, obviously, we're hoping to have some kind of a decent break. Looks like at 36, it holds pretty steady, so I'll take it back up to 40 some. She's still climbing at 36, but not fast. I'll drop it back down to 29 and see what we have. That's definitely decaying out. Back up to 32. Hopefully she should hold through the break. Good. Well, we're hoping that we find something Bexalite in here that's a halfway decent percentage. That's a 17%er. That's not going to cut it. That's a 40%er. It's a 31%er. Yikers, dudes. We have not had the best luck with breaks today, but that's okay. I mean, most of the stuff is had a lot of inert, and there's a 64%er. We'll pull that guy on board. But yeah, but most of it has had pretty high, concentrations of inert as well. And that's a 56%er. We'll go ahead and grab this guy, scoop it up. Alright, so we're at 12. SCU of good stuff. And so we got a little work to do if we're going to try and hit our 20 here. I looked at the rest of these. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's try and get a sense of where 0 is and just kind of hang out that way. And what do we have there? At 5,000 mass something. Single rock. Ah, those are both gems. Alright, what about this guy here? 15,000 mass. Alright. Head over there and see what we got. Alright, we're approaching here. Alright, we'll cross our fingers here. I just need one decent rock to kind of finish out here. Beautiful rock, granite deposit. 40%er. These are going to be very heavy. 647, that's borace. 12,000 mass rock. 33% gold. This is probably going to be a big guy. Yeah, 30,000 mass, 29.2. 25% gold. Crossing our fingers here. 2,500 mass rock. Just titanium. $9,500 with only 25% Bexalite. That's rough. 20,000 mass rock. Beautiful rock. Got 28% gold in it. Real good mass rock for us. Oh, and 47% Bexalite. That's exactly what we're looking for there. That's a nice rock right there. Let me go ahead and grab a screenshot of that. Print screen. I like it. So, let's see if we can get this guy broke here. Okay, we're not moving it. There we go. We are going to move it. So, yeah, this could be pretty nice here. This should top us off. Hopefully we'll break that 20 SCU of, you know, 20 SCUs. Like, my goal is usually, like I said, to bring about 20 SCU of Tier 1 material on board whenever I take the Prospector out. So, very happy with this find. When you find it like this high a percentage, I mean, there's just, usually you just get lucky and, you know, there might be 100%er in here. Look how low the inert is. There's very likely to be, you know, something that's like 100%er in here. Good. All right, we want really high percentages. Cross our fingers. That is an 18%. That's not what we're looking for. Cross. Keep our fingers crossed here. 100% titanium. That's actually a good sign. $890. That's what I'm talking about right there. 100% Bexalite. That's perfect. Literally. All right. What do we have here? 1809. 50-50 ball. 1493. 100% Bexalite coming on board. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at that. Go, go, go. Sweet. Alright. Kind of picking the edge here. 547. That looks like it's going to be 21%. That's 18. That's 56. 56%. So I want to make sure there's not anything else I'm missing there. I don't think there is. Did I look at the rest of these? I think I did. I think there was like a 20-some% gold over here, right? Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can break that guy. Boy, it seems like there's more stones in here. There's like one more stone in there, it looks like, that I'm scanning. Well, let me see if I'll take this. Well, that's gonna top me off. This 56. That 56 is gonna top me off. There's really not a ton I can do about it. But you know something? This isn't a bad run. We did 24 SCU of good stuff, and you know 24 SCU out of 32. That's tier 1 material. We'll go ahead and switch into nav quantum mode. Let me go ahead and target the ambitious Ambi. A-M-B-I. There we go. Route it out. Perfect. I'm going to grab the sticks now. Yeah, but I just want to say point blank, that's actually nothing to sneeze at. A great run for, you know, Prospector. When you're getting 24 out of, when you have 32 total SCU and you've only brought on that much, you know, bad material, it's a great run. That last rock was a beautiful rock, a 47%. That's like a, you know, that's a real high value rock right there for the, you know, for the kit that we currently have. So in we go, and we'll take a look at the half value here. If I were to guess, my half value is probably around 60,000. Maybe better, maybe slightly better, maybe 70. That would be nice if it was 70, but I mean, it's probably around 60, which is still not a bad run at all. We are on our way into CRUL1, and we're gonna just drop this off at the refinery. So yeah, this is how I'd like to do these videos. I know it seems kind of, you know, they're not really edited. They're kind of how they are. It's a very, very just day in the life, you know, average run. You know, I don't really pull any punches. I've had so many people come and say that by watching these videos, they can learn a ton about just kind of, you know, how to do things. And so, you know, if you just kind of just show the video how you do it versus, you know, sometimes it's just a little bit better way to learn. It's a different way to learn. There are lots of awesome, like, Star Citizen content creators who have very, very much scripted everything, and you know, and certainly some people spreadsheet games, like Red Monster spreadsheet game is so good. You know, I don't try and reinvent the wheel. I just try and just kind of, this is what I enjoy doing in Star Citizen, and I do like to teach people how to do this if they're interested in it. So, and this is the way that I found to be one of the most easiest ways for people to learn, is just kind of watch how it's done. So, this is as much for me as it is for you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch the nav flight. Lately, they've been putting us right in on this. This is normally where they're putting us as far as a hangar goes. So I'm going to fly just... And we're coming in at a pretty good clip. Slightly over 400. We're going to bring this guy. We're not in any... we don't have any quant on board this time. So we're... You know, no timer. And even if we did, we would be well within the timer limit. Alright. We'll get a little further here, and I will call for a landing. I'm going to go ahead and get my VTOLs in place. Yeah, you can see my ship did take a little damage. I have no idea why.
Thank you. Please visit again. Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Yep, that's where they, you know, generally, that's the hangar that I've been getting lately. So I've been kind of routing myself just right towards that to begin with. Alright. Kind of get set up here to bring it on in. I like to get myself nice and orientated. Alright, then we're just going to ease her on in. As my nose kind of gets through the front door there, I will drop the gear. Alright. And down we go. Beautiful. Now, what we'll do is I will take a look at a little repair to do. No big deal. I will go ahead and kill these engines. We'll go ahead and get this guy put away, and then head down and see what we have in the refinery and do a proper sign-off. All right, and then let my people go. Cool. Out we go. Awesome. All right. Down to the lobby. I will store the Prospector. Old habit there to do it at these terminals, I suppose. But it's fine. Down the refinery we go. And like I said, hopefully half value's around 60,000. It would be great if it was north of that, but we'll, you know, this is the, like I said, 20 SCU of tier 1 material out of 32 is my goal. This time we did a little better than 24 SCU of tier 1 material. We got real lucky with that last rock being a 47%er and a 7400 mass, so. Alright, let's go ahead and check out what our half value is. Survey says, hey, 76,000 half value. That actually puts that at 152,000, you know, double value. And of course, we're going to have some refining costs and some, you know, some fuel costs to actually take that in. This will actually probably clear. Yeah, let's go ahead and see how much the denexalvination is going to cost us. I got a couple of work orders already done there. Let's go ahead and set up this work order. So we're going to do all the specs, this tiny little bit of gold, Terranite, and then we will get a quote. It's oh, that's for the Cormac method. I think we want to let's make sure we get the Terranite in there. Get quote. It's 9,000, so you know. That's not bad, actually. So if we were at 152 minus 9, we're gonna, you know, this is 140,000 or so, 138 to 140,000, in a run. So that's actually, you know, that's something to be, you know, nothing to be ashamed of. So I just, of course, wanted to say thank you if you've hung on this long. I appreciate it. You know, these are the types of videos that I like to do. I know they're not for everybody. They're very long form, but this is the experience. This is what it is. So, you know, not different. There's obviously different loadouts and different ways. There are, you know, you could certainly go with like a Helix and a Rieger, a Helix and a Focus. There are other, you know, of course, mining gadgets and things you could use to increase the cluster value, Optimaxes and such. But for the most part, that was a very vanilla, new kind of a new player-ish style run with the Hofstad and a Focus 3. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. It is a lovely Labor Day here in the States. I just wish you the happiest day that I possibly can. Thank you for supporting the channel. I love making these videos for you guys. I hope that you're all doing well, and I will see you all around the verse.